So Emperor has came out on global. Everybody's summoned for him. You got him, you didn't. Maybe you're waiting for the Thanksgiving sales like I am with the Black Friday sales, let me say. And hopefully we pull them then, kings and queens. But in this video, I want to tell you guys what is next coming to Grand Summoners and who is necessarily worth it. I'm going to try to make this video as concise as possible because there are a few characters that I can talk about. And there's definitely some noteworthy characters that I possibly will be skipping out on. But just know that I do know they exist, but I don't want to just waste too much time on them. Now, without further ado, let's talk about who to save for. Now, this time around compared to last time, I think is really hard. There's a lot of good GS units that are coming out that are insanely strong compared to whenever it was just waiting for Emperor to release. Like with Emperor, you know, we had some good Phantom Snipers come out, but the main thing that got a lot of people, you know, wasting their crystals was like the crossovers, Tokyo Revengers and stuff like that, because those units were just so insanely good. If you want to picking any of those characters up, you know, they were definitely worth it because they're just insane. But leading on to like the next saving marathon that we have to go through, there are definitely a lot of very tempting options coming out. We have some very kind of fun characters dropping like Volti LR. He's pretty fun, but he's kind of weird because he's a taunt tank, but he doesn't really deal a lot of damage unless you're using his Phantom Bullet. If you're not utilizing for his Phantom Bullet, you're just going to be utilizing for his damage buff plus his tanking capabilities. You also have characters like Fire or Veil releasing, one of the best magic damage dealers in the game. Tons of DPS on this man. He also has the unique gimmick of having an ultra equip where whenever he pops his true art, his first equip slot will change to his 5-star magic ultra equip. You can then spam this ultra equip. Yes, you heard me right. You can spam it. It's on a 2-second cooldown and it gives you crit damage every time you spam it. On top of this as well, you know, he also has crit rate in his kit as long as he's above 80% HP. He has like 100% magic damage buff to the whole team. He has 100% attack buff to himself. He's able to buff up his own equipment damage. And yeah, he's just overall a great character that hits extremely hard. You also have something like 12th generation Mizuki coming out. 12th generation Mizuki is a character that has a ton of physical res down. He's a very good character that can actually be utilized in some nuke comps, which is kind of weird because he is a third eye character. But he is able to be utilized if you are rocking his true weapon because his true weapon gives him 100 arc gauge, and his passive for his third eye is actually very unique because if he enters third eye, he gives everyone on his team 100 arc gauge. Not to mention too, since he is part of the newer generation of ninjas, he has the new third eye state called true third eye. So if you're fighting like a dragon or demon, he's able to enter that state, which pretty much gives him another effect on his art, and he also gives him 200% damage up to dragon and demons. So he's able to hit really hard, but he's also able to support his team quite a bit with that physical res down as well. And then one of the last characters that are coming out that is just an insane character to pick up, especially if you are a nuker, that is going to be the girl Valerie. Valerie is dumb. She's stupid. This is a character that has 240% damage up to her team if they're a water ally above 70% HP. You just gotta reduce enemies' physical res, and look at that, you're gonna be blowing up anything in front of you. Those are the characters that are coming out that I think are extremely good that aren't Super Awoken characters, because this list would be very different if Super Awakening wasn't in the game. I would be telling you to save up for pretty much any of those characters that I just mentioned because all of them are literally god tier level characters. Currently in JP, there are 4 characters that are able to be Super Awoken. Now, if you don't know about Super Awakening, let me tell you the gist of it. Pretty much these characters can go up to level 120. They have a 6-star slot. They are also able to change one of their equip slots to another equip. Now, it's not just any equip. It usually picks it. Like for an example with War God Finn, he's able to switch his 4-star support to a 4-star defense if he wants to. They also have 7 LBs now instead of 6. And also these characters have access to a brand new art known as Super Art, which takes 300 art gauge to get to. And if you get it, it's a crazy attack, cool cut-in effect, and it goes stupid. Now, as mentioned before, there are 4 currently on JP, but one of them stands above all the rest and is quite possibly the most broken and the most unbalanced character to ever release in Grand Summoners history, and that is the man War God Finn. War God Finn is the first to come out of all of the Super Awakening units. Pretty much, if you like regular Finn, you know, War God Finn is him, but on 11. Able to buff up his own art gauge by 50 with his skill. He has the equipment CT recovery still in his art, and also he's able to buff up everybody's like accuracy, which is whatever. With his true art, he's able to give himself super crits. You may ask, what's a super crit? I'll tell you in just a second. He's also able to buff up everybody's art gauge by 4 per second, and he gives everyone on his team 100% crit rate. And by the way, he is like the other Finns. He is a type A archgener, so you can use him with pretty much everybody apart from himself. You can't use him with another Finn. And then he has his super art, and his super art is a 40% super crit buff on top of a 100% crit rate buff during the super art, and you increase your own attack by 100% for 40 seconds. This isn't it though. He has a few abilities that makes him really dumb too, like having a leader skill that buffs up everybody's damage res by 30% for 45 seconds. He also will give everybody 50 art gauge at quest start, and he will buff up everyone's damage to enemies that have 50% or less HP by 30%. Now, reading that may not sound too crazy, but then you consider the fact that he has super crits. Super crits is a thing that really drives this character home, that allows him to hit some insane damage and allows him to be one of the best supporters / damage dealers in the game. And what super crits allow you to do is that a regular crit, if I'm not mistaken, is 1.25 in terms of the damage multiplier, but super crits say screw the 1.25 multiplier. Super crits are times 3. Even though he can't do it the entire time, when they go off in his super art, my god, do they hit hard. I'm talking about harder than my stepdad ever hit me. No way, I shouldn't say that. I'm talking about 3 times damage on 160k super art. Not even factor in if you're using someone like Draken on your team, or you have like physical res down or something else, you can hit dummy hard. I've showed this off multiple times, but this character is able to nuke Chloe. Yes, you heard me right. He's able to nuke Chloe. Granted, you do need Draken, Mikey, and Duran also to do it, but the fact that there's a comp out there that exists that is able to nuke Chloe, the one that people thought that you couldn't nuke because she has so many freaking revives, you can do it with him, which is just dumb. He's also been shown to utilize different types of equips that have high multipliers, like Creation for an example, and hit dummy hard, like in this fight right here where he just one-shots this boss. The only thing that counters this character, unfortunately, is any boss with crit resist. If the boss has crit resist, then War God Finn isn't going to be utilized in that fight. But if it doesn't have crit resist, you can take him up against it and they will instantly blow up. He is stupidly strong, and he's only going to get stronger as more Super Awakening characters come out that have more damage buffs in their kit, more physical res down, maybe even crit damage buffers as well. Like, there's so many characters they can release to just make this character even stronger. And out of every Super Awakening character that we've got so far, he is the one that I 100% can tell you right now you should be saving for at the moment. If you want to know the route that I would recommend you guys take in terms of getting the pity, I say this: screw every banner that comes out, and within the next few weeks and the next few months, get 1500 crystals first. Once you get 1500 crystals, then every crystal amount you get over that, guess what? You can just do a free multi, here and there on the banner and see what you get. But don't go in on a banner until War God Finn drops. That would be the best way to go about actually securing this meta-breaking character in the future. As mentioned before, though, he is not going to be the only Super Awoken character coming out. There will be other characters as well, like Kiri, Berwick, and also Senki. And I didn't even mention this, but there is also a 6th anniversary Super Awoken character that we don't know about yet, but they're going to be revealed on November 30th. So it's possible that we have a character coming out that can possibly even top War God Finn. But until we know for a fact, I'm gonna tell you right now, just save for the man War God Finn. You get him, I'm telling you, you're playing the game on peaceful. I just want to throw that in there because I know there might be some people worried that you have to save more currency. That's going to be it for this video. Tell me down below if you are going to be saving for the boy War God Finn. Or are you going to be doing your own saving plan? Or are you going to be saving for one of the Awoken characters like Fire or Veil, Valerie? Let me know all that type of stuff down below in the comment section. But yep, that's going to be it for this video, man. Thank you all again for coming out. It's been your boy P. And last but not least, you guys already know, don't forget to drink water.